Hi, everybody. This is Carla Baron, and we're going to do a new thing. We're going to do weekly astro predictions because I actually had a dream about this other than what we normally do here, where we talk about crime and maybe do personal readings. But I'm going to do the collective. And not really entertaining questions, but anybody that wants to come into the live and listen live, I welcome you. And we're going to try this new thing. And eventually we'll try this new thing over on YouTube when I actually move. But we're going to do weekly astrology predictions on each of the 12 astrology signs. So I know a lot of people do tarot, and they do the weekly tarot for each sign and whatever. But this is actually me tapping in when I focus in on each sign. So if this is meant for you and it resonates, then keep it. If it doesn't, then it was meant for somebody else. But most of the time, if you're tuning into my podcast, it means that you were meant to hear that message. So this time we're going to categorize everything under your astrological sun sign. Now, some people have, I know some of these astrology, tarot readings and whatnot. They like to get as many followers and listeners and their algorithms kind of jump up when they include sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, and Venus sign. Okay, now for this particular purpose, I am reading for each sun sign. Okay, we're going to make it simple. I'm not trying to capture you all in a net so that I can get more algorithm going and more followers and whatever. If it resonates for you, then that's my gift for you. And also, if you want to schedule paid private sessions, you can visit me on my link tree, has pretty much all the links. So if you want to click on my psychic reading testimonials, and if you scroll down a little bit on the page, there's a search bar. And if you're looking for a reading on a particular topic, you can actually just type that search term in there. Let's say it's about health or it's about love, or it's about your family, or it's about divorce, or it's about whatever. You can go there, put that search term in there, and all of my psychic reading testimonials that apply to that search term will pop up. And they will be generated for you to, sit down and read. There are a lot of them. Okay, I started my WordPress site. What year was that? That was 2003, I believe. So, some of them are from earlier than when it actually started on WordPress. WordPress started in 2011. So all of the psychic testimonials from before then, I sort of, also included those. All right, then. We're going to do this new thing. We're going to talk about astrology now, but we're only going to talk about your sun sign. And we're going to start in order as we do. And I'm going to do this every week. I'm going to try to do this every weekend. At some point during the weekend, I will pop on and record one of these, whether it's here or when I migrate over to YouTube and start recording there live. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. I've got my cards and I'm going to do my reading like I do, and I'm going to see what messages we have for the sign of Aries, the sun sign of Aries. So this is for you, and I'm just going to spend a few minutes on each sign and tell you what I see for this week. Now, for this purpose, the week will begin on Sunday and it will end on Saturday. Okay? So this is for the upcoming week starting tomorrow on July 12th. And it will end, let's see when it ends, July 12th, and it ends on July 18th. Okay? So I will, at some point during the weekend, either it'll be Friday or Saturday, at some point I'll record one of these, even if it's like super late on Saturday night or whatever it is, or early Sunday morning. I will make sure you have the week of astro predictions for yourselves. And they will be done and they will be posted. No matter what I'm doing, I'll try to get that done. Okay? If I have to do it early on Thursday for whatever reason, because something's going on, I will let you know I'm doing them early, but they will still be for the following week starting on Sunday. All right, so this is for Sunday, this coming Sunday, starting tomorrow on July 12th. I need everybody to relax and breathe while I look at the sun sign of Aries. What are my spirit guardians telling me for the sun sign of Aries? What do they need to know? What does Aries need to know for this coming week? Okay. All right. Well, the first thing that I'm seeing is that many of your wishes, Aries, are going to come true this week if you remember to, and I'm going to make a statement, if you remember to wear all the hats, okay? Meaning you are flexible with, wherever life takes you this week, and just know that your wishes, and especially your wishes for personal happiness, that's what I'm seeing for this coming week, starting tomorrow, ending next Saturday on the 18th. I am seeing that if you're willing to be flexible and concentrate on different things during the week, allow yourself to just trust. That's a hard thing for Aries, is to just trust. You want to go forward. You want to attack all the time. You want to just, you want to not trust in anything but yourselves going forward. And the message that I'm getting is that if you trust the universe, if you have that unknown trust, if you have that sense of, what, the universe, everything is good, everything will come forward. I just have to breathe and just keep doing my daily stuff. And whatever it is this week, just keep wearing all the different hats. That's what I'm seeing. You'll be asked to do a bunch of things that are distracting you. And that's good for Aries, because you guys like to lock in and charge forward, and you don't even know where you're going half the time. You're just charging forward like a racehorse. Try to trust that the universe is looping in the background, protecting your butt, and everything is going to come forward. And I see on a personal level, personal happiness, stuff that you've been wishing for is actually going to be facilitated. And like surprise, you didn't have to do anything to make that happen. You know, you just had to trust. It's a very simple thing for you this week. Okay, so that was Aries. Let's continue on. Next, we have Taurus. Taurus the bull. Let's see what we have for you guys this week. This week starting on the 12th, tomorrow, ending on the 18th. What is the message from my universal guides, my spirit guides for the sign of Taurus? And we're dealing only with sun sign here, guys. None of that other stuff to confuse you. Just your sun sign. All right, so I'm looking at Taurus, and I'm looking at what your message is for this week. Okay. Also, I get a positive phase coming in where there is achievement, but it looks like it has to do with, okay, good. Taurus needs to learn how to relinquish this power thing where you need to control. You need to control all aspects of every step, every decision, every purchase, all of it. And there is no need to do that this week. Stop yourself. I'm hearing the word, I'm hearing exercise a little restraint, okay, with trying to control every single aspect of every single minute of every single day this week. Because what's happening is that it's creating like a hard crust for you guys, for you Taurians out there. And God love you. You know, you like your luxury items, you like to buy things, you like to have nice, comforting, fluffy things, luxurious things around you. But if you want this to actually work for you this week, I see much more of what you wish to manifest with what I just talked about in the month of August. But right now, this coming week, starting July 12th, allow yourself to exercise a little restraint in the efforts to curb your power issues. You know, just try. Okay. Try not to control it, because let me see one more thing here. Okay. Also, one more thing for Taurus. I see a contract or some sort of decision is being made, like a contract, or it could even involve real estate, guys. If you're looking for a new home, I'm seeing that will come to real estate. I'm seeing something with property. Or if you want to rent out your home, you know, as an Airbnb, your property or something. I'm seeing a contract being signed this week, and it's telling me it's about either real estate or personal assets, something like that, where you are very much proceeding on a new path, a new project. You know, either you're buying a new home and you finally, you know, it's coming to fruition. You have the deal. The deal is on the table. That's what I'm getting for Taurus this coming week, starting tomorrow, July 12th through the 18th on Saturday next week. Okay, so that was Taurus. Let's clear the air, because we're now going to talk about Gemini, the sign of Gemini. Let's see what we have coming up for this week. I am asking my spirit guardians, my spirit guides, all of those wonderful angels who watch what I say to people, who monitor me. What do we have for Gemini this week, starting tomorrow? Okay. Oh, this is good. All right. This is talking about love relationship. This is talking about actual love that you don't need to control. You don't need to harness. You don't need to force into happening so that you are able to have the person that you wish to align with. First of all, if it's meant to be, it's going to be. But what's happening is that I see a message coming through, either phone call, email, text message, something like that, where oh, and this is interesting for Gemini. I see it coming through your career sector, through your work. That's where this person that is meant to align with you will be. So it has something to do with, you know, and if you're not working right now, it has to do with new work, a new situation that's coming forward. And I'm seeing that activated this coming week. Now, when I talk about activation, I mean that it is activated in a way that will maybe not present this coming week, but the ignition, the start, the fire, that has been set this coming week starting tomorrow. And I'm seeing that if Gemini can possibly, in their heart of hearts, in their soul of souls, try to allow the universe to deliver on a platter what you actually will align with versus this distorted vision of what you think you need for yourself. Okay, you may have your heart all tied up in somebody, and it's never worked out, and it's always been a problem, and there's something wrong with it every time you turn around because of your own personal agreements that you made before you even came into the lifetime. Yes, they're all very shiny and pretty over there. They're very attractive. They're very magnetic for you, but mostly because you can't have them. And that's not the reason you should ever be with someone, because you can't have them, because you're being restricted from that area, you know? That's not a reason, you know, because it's some sort of game and you need to win. You know, at all costs, you need to win, Gemini, and you need to just let that go and just surprise yourself. You know what? Just play my game with me this week, will you? Gemini, just listen to me. Just allow the universe to start something this week. Just let it start. Let's see where it goes. And I promise you, you're going to be so happy by the time we get to September, you won't even know what to do with yourselves. You won't even know what to do. But I see that message coming in this week for you. So it's either a text message, it's a phone call, it's somebody popping by, or somebody you run into when you're just out and about. Okay. Like this is, it's not someone you know already. Okay. So if that's what you're thinking, no, you have not met them already. So that's for Gemini. It is something new that actually aligns with everything that you hope and wish and love and resonate. Okay. Again, speaking of resonating, if you resonate with what I'm saying for each of these sun signs, it's for you. And if you're listening to this, it's for you. Okay. I'm not going to say that thing like, oh, just keep scrolling or just keep, you know, just walk away. I'm not going to say that to you. I'm going to say, you're here. You're supposed to hear this. So just saying that. All right. This is Psychic Carla Baron. We are continuing with this week's brand new project, which I kind of like. I'm feeling good about it right now. The energy is flowing, and it's weekly astro predictions. I'm not using tarot cards. I'm using my regular playing cards that I use every day. You will see those when I have a camera above, and Douglas already told me he's got an idea for how he's going to produce this thing. So I'm like, reading his notes, and you know what? It sounds good. It's kind of my vibe, and it's kind of protecting me. And at the same time, you guys get to watch something. So that'll be on YouTube. Whenever I move, and I get that all set up in my office over there. And I'm moving to Chicago, guys. That's where I'm going. So in case you needed to know, I am leaving Los Angeles after being here. God, I've been here decades. I've been here a little while. So it's going to be a bit of a culture shock, but I'm originally from Pennsylvania. So the cold, not a thing. Yeah, I still have all my winter coats, like that I've collected all my life. I was on location, those locations. God, what was it? South Dakota. Oh my God, it was so cold there during Haunting Evidence. I mean, I thought John was gonna like just keel over, and that would be the end of John. And I was just frozen in my spot, coats, none of that, and it was way below zero, and we didn't even know if we were going to make it. But I digress. All right, so let's go on to our next sign. Now we are talking about Cancer. The week ahead for Cancer sun signs. Only your sun sign, not all that other stuff with moon, rising, or Venus. Just your sun sign of Cancer. Cancer the crab. And we're going to see what's up for this coming week, starting tomorrow, the 12th, ending the 18th on Saturday, next Saturday. All right. So what are we seeing for Cancer sun signs for this week? I am asking my spirit guides to show me what is the message for Cancer sun signs this week. It's funny. Okay, I'm just going to say this. Every single sign I've asked about, the first card that comes up is a yes card for every single sign so far. It always means yes to me. And that tells me this is a positive thing that I started today. I don't know why I started it. I just had a dream about it, and it was kind of a prophetic dream, prophecy dream. So I'm going with this. This is my new little project. All right. So Cancer sun sign. What is the message for you this week? What do you need to hear from the universe? Cancer sun sign. Okay, you Cancers. Okay, this is interesting. All right, somebody that is listening to this, you are in a relationship, you don't know what to do. It's very sexually charged, hiding in your little hermit crab shell. Okay, you don't know what to do. You're so attracted to this person. I see that you are either married or engaged. This looks like, okay, hold on. Also, I see change of residence. So it looks like things are going forward with this, but you're worried about your own career, your own mark, that you will be absorbed into their world if you go forward with this. And you've worked so hard on coming out of your shell, Cancers, coming out of that shell, building your own presence, building your own life. And yet you don't want to give all that up just because you fell in love and just because you want to go forward. The pull with this individual that you're married to or engaged to is so strong, and it is intoxicating is what it is, and you can't help yourself. But here's the deal with this. You're worried about your path, your career, your agreement, or agreements and going forward in your mark on the world and what you need to do to feel you're at your very best. You're living your best life. And your best life, I agree, is not all about your love life. It's not all about that. You're afraid that if you don't give this relationship or this marriage 100,000% of your energy, that it will somehow disappear and fall through your fingers, and that that person will leave you or get bored with you or won't pay attention to you anymore. That's not the truth at all. This is all self-imposed fear. Cancer sun sign. You need will be there for you. The one that's in your life right now will be there for you. You don't need to do all this extra stuff to get them to notice you, or you don't need to hold on to your fear like it's some sort of anchor, that they're going to go away, that you're going to be abandoned, that you're going to have to go back in your little hermit crab shell and not do your life the way that you had planned and created and dreamed about. Your career, your life, your contribution will be intact. You're worried for nothing. Yes, there's lots going around about your life. I see that there's a lot of chaotic activity that's happening, swirling around you and this other person, this relationship, this marriage, this agreement you have, this engagement, whatever it is with this other person, this life you're about to live. Yes, the relocation is happening. I mean, it could even happen by the end of this month, the end of July. But anyway, it's fast, and it's faster than you're typically ready for, Cancer. You guys like to, sort of sidestep it, review it a million times. Oh, let's go back and analyze that one more time just to make sure. Let them self-doubt with that. Let's have some conspiracy theories that it's not going to work out. It'll work fine. And you don't have to do all this extra stuff of sacrificing what you have dreamed about all your life in order to keep that relationship. That relationship will be there for you. And you're going to be your own anchor. You don't need the other person to anchor you. You will be your own anchor, and surprise, they're not going anywhere. They love you just as you are. And with all the career aspirations and everything else you had dreamt about, they're not going to leave you if you keep on that path. My suggestion is keep on that path. Now, if you all of a sudden relinquish that path and act like, oh, well, they're going to leave me if I'm not here 24/7 catering to their every need. Yeah, they will be disillusioned with the whole thing at that point. So no, don't give up your path. Your path is exactly why they're with you. All right, end of story there. That's for Cancer sun signs. And if all this makes sense to you and you want to have a private session with me, go up in my link tree, go to my main website. There's a little tab there called Psychic Sessions, and there's 4 of them there, 4 different links. I always make time, by the way. If you do a 15-minute, I always will, or a half hour. I always make extra time in case you want to extend the read. Okay? And just place your order. And I usually get you in the same day or the very next day. It's quick, guys. So you don't have to wait weeks and weeks and weeks. There's no calendar. No, I don't do a calendar. You guys need me now. I don't do a calendar. 6 months from now. That's ridiculous. I see that happening, with bigger psychics out there. And I'm like, no. That's not a service. That's a disservice. You guys need the reading right then and there. You need it now. You don't need it 6 months from now. Okay. So let's continue on to the next sun sign, Leo, the sign of Leo. All my Leo girls and guys out there. Okay, first thing, anger. Let me look to see what that's about, because that fell out of the deck here. So, okay. And this is week starting tomorrow, Sunday, the 12th. It always goes Sunday to Saturday, guys. So Sunday, the 12th through the 18th. What is the anger about, Leo? Leo sun sign. What is the anger about? Okay. It's about your work, your career, and home together. It's like your career and your home will both those things be in the same space. And you're wondering, do I have to quit my job to move? Because I'm being presented again with relocating. So do I need to quit my job to do that? Or will my job still be there because I'll work, career, and home? Whatever you consider home. Okay. And this is for Leo sun signs this week, this coming week. Well, according to this, even though you're worried, I still see the decision being made to leave the past behind, leave what you had, because where you live now wasn't really giving you all that much anyway. So don't be afraid of leaving that, because it wasn't exactly something that was giving back. It wasn't replenishing you with anything. It wasn't making you feel like you were living your best life. It was just a place to put your stuff. So stop assigning all this worth to things that don't deserve it. Okay. And your home is where your heart is, Leo. Your home is where your heart is. And this shows that the career will work just fine. And it shows me that if you do make this move, it'll take a couple of months to implement. We could be all the way through the month of September by the time that work/home thing merges. But you're doing it. The ones that are listening to me, you will do this. So don't be worried. Don't be afraid. Your anger is that you feel you're being forced with this decision now. Like there's some sort of forcing this into your timeline somehow. You feel forced about it. Like, why now? Like, I don't have time for this now. Like, why now is this happening? You know what? You'll be happy on the other side of it. By the time we get to October 1st, you guys, you Leos are all happy clams. You're all very happy with the decision and the new life, the new prospects with the work. It looks like your work will not only benefit, but it will increase exponentially your value, your self-worth, your value to that career and to the people that are in connection with your career. So you were worried about something detracting, and it actually multiplies for you. That's a for sure thing, by the way. I'm not, do I sound like I'm unsure? No, I am not. I'm telling you that's what's happening, Leo. I know you guys are strong ass people, but just try to listen to me. Humor me for 5 seconds with this prediction for next week. This will all begin next week, but you will be angry. Try to put the anger aside and see the bigger picture. That's all I'm asking. All right, so that was my lovely Leos for your sun sign for next week from Sunday to Saturday. Sunday tomorrow. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. We have the sign of Virgo. The sign of Virgo. Our little virgins. Okay. So, Virgo. Let me see what we have for Virgo coming up for this week. Starting tomorrow, the 12th to the 18th, next Saturday. What is Spirit telling me for Virgo, for the sun sign of Virgo, all my Virgos out there for next week? What do you need to hear? Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. This has to do with you're trying to force alliances, and it's not forcing them so much as you're trying to be friends with everybody in order to secure something. And it looks like what you're trying to secure is just your wishes, what you want to happen. I have news for you, Virgo, my Virgos, my virgins. Not everybody's your friend. Not everybody's your friend. Stop acting like if you kiss everybody's ass, it's all going to work out for you. Think that, oh, I gave so much to a certain relationship, or I gave so much, I was there for them all the time. I was their person. Excuse me. And you know what? They very much took it for granted because you gave it thinking that you were going to get something in return. If you're going to give something, Virgos, remember that you're giving it without that goal in the middle of your psyche, Stop being so goal-oriented with your giving. If you're going to give, be selfless with the giving. Don't have an agenda, because that's going to backfire and boomerang on you this week. And you're going to be mad, and you're going to be like, well, I was nice to them, and I was their best friend, and I was this. Remember, Virgo, for this week, not everybody's your friend. Stop trying to kiss ass in order to get further. Your own work is exemplary and profound and one of a kind, unique. You don't need to, fluff everybody else up in order to get them to notice you. Your work stands on its own. It's perfection. Stop trying to think, oh, I need to add to it and, put icing on the top by kissing this person's ass or that person's ass. You don't need to do that, Virgo. Just let it go. Let that go. Because not everybody's your friend. They're looking for that type of energy input. You know why? Because they're in competition with you. Because they don't want to see you succeed. And you're thinking you need to do it in order to succeed. And I'm telling you, stop doing that. Believe in your own work, your own worth, and what you're putting forward, especially this week, starting tomorrow. You guys can all tell me how that all worked out for you when you hear these predictions for your sun sign, either here on Twitter X or on YouTube. Those are the only two places where I allow commentary. So let me know if any of this rang true for you. And if you want a personal reading, again, in my link tree or all my official sites, just scroll up top, you'll see it. If you're listening to this message, it is meant for you. None of that stuff where you scroll away. Don't be scrolling away. No, this is meant for you. You have to hear this. All right. That was for Virgo. And I believe in you, Virgo. I know you can do that one. All right. Moving on. Libra. My peace-loving Librans. Okay. My balanced Libras. My Libras are all I actually have my lawyer's a Libra. And he is balanced. I gotta say, that guy that's working on my probate, he is a Libra. Very balanced, just a love of what he does, just very balanced. He calms me down. All right, so let's look at my lovely Libras, my Librans, my lovers of peace and balance and justice. What is going on for you this week, starting tomorrow on the 12th? The 12th of July to the 18th. For this week, what is the message that Libra needs to hear? Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. With Libra, you guys need to understand that straddling two different things, two different choices, watching both choices like you're watching water boil on the stove. Okay. No, stop watching all the choices. It's stop entertaining all the choices in order to keep peace within your environment, within your little personal, unique world. Stop doing that. I see a gift coming through this week, actually. And it's telling me it's coming through as far as like your purpose. Your purpose is coming up this week as far as your sense of why you're here, what you're meant to do, especially now, 2026 going forward, what you're meant to do. You're worried that there's no space for that for you. There's no space. There's no moment for you to shine. There's no purpose for you to be in what you love to do. And I'm telling you, there will be. It's just the application may be different from what you feel it is. Okay. The application may not be exactly as you had designed or as you had imagined it to be. Your imagination created or carved out a space for you doing this particular thing. But remember that the universe has a very unique way of having you present that to the world. Okay. It may not be exactly as you had seen. So remember, application is key for my Librans this week. Application of that original idea, what you want to do, what you want to go forward with, a new project, a new way of, working or feeling your purpose or feeling like you belong, feeling like you're being acknowledged, feeling like it's all been worth it for you. Okay, so again, Libra, it has to do with the application. You're trying to force a certain application into a certain space. That's not going to work for you. Listen to the universe and allow the universe to direct this and maneuver that piece of the puzzle the way that it needs to fit into that space. Do you understand that piece of the puzzle has different edges and you're trying to force it into a certain space that it doesn't belong? So remember that for this week. Okay, that's what I see for my Librans. All right, so let's move from Libra. Let's go to my sign of Scorpio, and I'm going to take myself out of this and then remember what I've said when I listen back. Okay, let's go to Scorpio. What is coming up for Scorpios? My sun sign of Scorpio. And I do listen to these when I get in psychic mode. I do listen to myself later, so I'm taking myself out of the equation, nothing about what I want or what I want to, put forward. I'm not in control of this. I'm allowing the universe to come forward about Scorpio. What is Spirit saying about Scorpio right now? Okay, what do we need to hear? Scorpios. Okay. Interesting. And let me just get clarity on this. What does this mean in the overall? Scorpio. Okay. Well, interesting. All right. So a lot of people are coming up in the Scorpio landscape this week. A lot of people, a lot of influences, a lot of, environment influences, people surrounding Scorpio this week. Like it seems like a lot of people are weighing in, saying this and that and whatever. Your life, what's going on, trying to impact it some way, bombard you with ideas, their ideas about how your life and your world, your little snow globe should be shaped. Okay. How it should look, what it should be. Because I'm seeing all these people here. And I'm seeing that, okay, this is why this is happening. All right, this is very interesting for Scorpios. Your power, Scorpios, is so overwhelming to most souls. Your power is so strong, especially now, right now, July 2026, right now. And this coming week, it's going to be every indication of this. And what's happening is you're so strong and your presence is so strong, so magnetic, so scary, universal, powerful that you're dragging in all the riffraff in your periphery. There are so many that are just being, it's almost like space debris. It's like space debris is being drawn in towards you because you have this pull. Scorpios have this pull, and they are so powerful right now, coming into your true power right now. July 2026. That's what's being shown to me. I'm seeing all these people want to weigh in with, how your life and your happiness and your destiny and whatever it is should be shaped and how it should look. And you know what? That doesn't matter as much as you just knowing that you're that powerful. You're bringing all the space debris with you. Just remember to smile when all that is happening. And remember that the space debris will fall off when they realize that they're just being drawn into your orbit, your magnificent energy that's actually coming into full tilt, full power right now. And Scorpios just need to be thankful and smile and be grateful for you got through it and we're here, we've arrived. I see Scorpios having arrived at their destination now. So all my Scorpios out there, I've got a lot of Scorpio women who follow me. That's for you guys, and for me. You've arrived. You're at your destination now. There's no more, just remember that all the riffraff that's in your periphery, everybody following you, everybody attached to you will be because your light is so blinding and powerful and magnificent and like a beacon. And you're drawing all of, it's kind of like those little lights, those blue lights you hang outside your porch, where all the mosquitoes get caught in it. And it's kind of like those lights, where they're catching all the, anybody that can see that light is just coming into that trap. And you're not trying to trap them, it's just that they're attached. You got to remember, don't be overwhelmed by it, Scorpio. Remember that you've arrived. You're at your destination now. Okay, Scorpio. It's a good week coming up, huh? All right, so next, we're going to Sagittarius. My Sagittarius people, all my Sagittarians, my archers. Let's see what's going on here. For Sagittarius, the week of July 12th to July 18th. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius. See what we have. All right. Sagittarius. Oh, interesting. Okay. Sagittarians, I'm going to give you a message. My archers. I know truth is everything for Sagittarians. So remember, you have your truth, but you also have a need to learn, okay? And learn about the world around you. There is an issue here about a father figure, a father imparting a message to you, a father that is maybe crossed over. Your father is coming up strong here. Or someone that has acted in the role of being a father to you, a mentor, a father type protector. Remember that your truth is good, but it's only as good as your delivery. So Sagittarius, yes, it's good to be truthful, but not everyone deserves the truth right there and then. Be kind. Sagittarians, I want you to hold back, hold your tongue this week. And remember something your father said to you, because that will take you far, it's telling me. In fact, I do see a possible trip, not a vacation, a possible trip to recalibrate yourselves, Sagittarius. Could be a cruise, could be a trip outside the country. Remember what you learned this week. Remember what you begin, what you ignite, and what you learn. Let me know in the comments. And if you want to schedule a private session, like I said, just pop up to my link tree, and the psychic sessions are up there, and you can order on many different ordering options now. Okay, just scroll down the entire page to see all the payment options. All right. That was my Sagittarius. All right, so let's continue on. We're almost done. Next, Capricorn. My goats. I need to talk to my goats. Let's see what's going on with you guys for next week. Capricorn. What is the message from Spirit this week for Capricorns? Whoa, whoa. Okay. Okay. All right. There's no other way to say this, guys. And again, I'm seeing what I'm seeing here. So hopefully this is resonating for you. But I am seeing that someone close to you could be ill and not here for this earth very longer. very much longer. Because this time I actually see someone crossing over. Okay, this is for my Capricorns. Just know that you did everything and presented everything for their life. And this is their time. This is their window. And they had a full life. And you were a big part of that. So don't be afraid to release them so that they can go on to the next part of their journey. Don't be afraid of releasing them. My Capricorns, my goats. Don't be in a rush to like do all the stuff. Actually, the simplest things that you could do is just enjoy the small little cups of coffee and laughing at the same stupid shit that you laughed at all the time anyway. And just all those stories for Capricorn this week. If there is someone that has been in the hospital or like in hospice or something like that, and it's soon, just know that what I'm seeing, the window I'm seeing is between, looks like August through the 1st of October. You will know about it this week. You will receive a message about it or some sort of confirmation this week. And don't do the usual thing of, oh, I need to pile on 1 million things now. Let's get all this stuff in their bucket list in and everything that they ever wanted to do. Trust me, just you being there is enough. You don't need to fill it with all this other extraneous stuff. You being there is enough. I want my Capricorns to hear me on this one. All right. So whoever that's meant for, that's your message for this week, Capricorn. And we love you. We love the goats. Okay. All right. So next up, second to last, Aquarius. Let's look at my Aquarians, my water bearers. Let's look at my Aquarians. Let's see what's up for you this week. July 12th through the 18th. Okay. Aquarius. What is the message for Aquarius this week? Okay, here we go. Interesting. I'm being told that Aquarians should not split their focus this week. And you'll understand, the Aquarians that are listening to me, that this message is meant for. Do not split your focus this week into 1 million pieces. Keep the course. Don't be splitting your focus because your boss is saying you need to do 3 projects at once or something. It's okay to answer back and say, look, I'm only capable of so much and I am going to stay on the course. That's what your answer is for this week. You will have everything you ever want coming to you if you adhere to my advice and the advice from the universe that is coming through. Okay. You will anger this boss, seemingly this person that you're working for or doing things for, and maybe it's your home and it's like somebody like your husband or something, but whoever this is for, remember, their anger is temporary, and by the next day it'll be gone if you don't react to it. Don't react. Aquarians, stay the course. Don't react. Don't split yourself into 3-4 different pieces in order to satisfy the whims and wishes of those giving orders. Okay. Just remember that your best bet is to keep on that one path, do that one thing well. And then I see all your wishes coming forth. They'll pour forth from that water vase that you carry. That's my Aquarius. Okay. Last but not least, Pisces, my Piscean fishes. My love is a Pisces, so let's see what we see. I am taking myself out of this thing. We're going to see what we see for Pisces, the fish. My fishes. All right, let's look at Pisces. What is the message for this week starting tomorrow, July 12th through the 18th? What is the message for Pisces, for my Pisces fishes this week? All right, here we go. Wow. All right. God, so many people around you this week, and they're all males. And there's the message. Okay, what is the message? Okay. Oh, okay. Remember that what you're doing will have long-lasting impact, long-lasting effects. So what you're doing now, and the energy and the message and the your efforts that you put forth now. There are a lot of people who are the image that I'm getting is there's a lot of people standing in line, waiting to take your place. Pisces, waiting to take your place, or waiting to trip you up, or waiting to somehow see you not shine as brightly as you're shining right now. All my Pisces fishes. So I see all these men. They're all males. All of them are males. And the message is stop trying to please every single person. Pisces, fish, look at your vision. Look at your ability to transform the smallest of things into the most wonderful, bright, beautiful stars. See that for yourself. Stop trying to please all these, looks like male energy. Males are, it's like they're standing in a line, just waiting, like little soldiers standing in line, waiting to, do they want you to do well? Kind of, but only if they're included. That's what I'm getting. Like they're all just sort of hanging on to coattails, is hanging on to your fins, like your fishtails. They're hanging on to your fishtail, waiting to see. But I'm seeing the scales of your fish-like presence, and your scales are very shiny and very iridescent and very catching the sunlight at just the right angle. And you guys are going to do it as long as you stop trying to please everybody. Stop trying to please everybody. You are meant to swim into those waters. Allow yourself to swim into the light. Allow yourself to catch that starlight and to be the starlight all at the same time. Okay, that's my uplifting message for this week for all 12 signs. And I did it in like an hour, like I said I would. Okay, so good. I kept on time. I didn't overdo it by like an hour. And I kept it to an hour. I'm going to try to do that every week, to try to keep it to an hour with my weekly astro updates for every single sun sign. And I hope you guys like this new edition, this new predictions for each sign, each sun sign. Again, it's your sun sign. It's not for your rising moon or Venus. It is merely, simply for your sun sign. So I hope you guys go back and listen, take notes. I hope you liked what the new offering is, and I'm going to keep that going. And it will be up on all the platforms, including YouTube, where it should be in a couple of hours. And I feel very, very excited by having started this. I don't know why, but I feel very uplifted right now. And I think I'm good at this. I don't know. You guys have to tell me, but I think I'm good at this. This combining astro with psychic thing. It's something new. I haven't done this before. This is a new project for me, but I like it. All right. And let me know how this week goes for everybody. And yeah, I'm wishing everybody all the good stuff for this week. And we'll see you next weekend sometime. I don't know when, because I'm doing 1,000 things, but I will make sure that I have your new weekly astro predictions up before, the week begins, or Sunday morning at least. Okay. So every Sunday, look for the new ones. And I wish you guys well. Thanks for the ones who came by for the live. I always love to see you guys popping up here, listening to what I have to say and absorbing the wisdom. All right. I'm just putting all the love out there to all of my doves. Okay. And I wish you guys a good weekend. Talk to you soon.